Well, that was, Lori, a wonderful meal.
Did you all have enough?
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
we definitely did. But I think it's important also to share some of the things that we did around the table before we got to this point, because Shabbat dinner isn't just about eating dinner. We have conversations. So, what are some of the things that we could do around the table?
Well, when our children were young, we used to put on puppet shows. It wasn't necessarily the theme of Shabbat. On the theme of Shabbat, it may have been more like charades. But we would dress up, and the kids would dress up. And anything just to have family time. What do you remember doing?
Sometimes we just talked about something very special about the week, what was the best part of the week, or something we were thankful for.
One thing I love about Kabbalat Shabbat with the ECC is that the kids do skits, and you also do interactive programs around the Parsha or some value that we're doing, and those are wonderful activities around the table. Yeah.
With my girls, we used to sing whatever songs they had learned, beginning with Magic Moments all the way through the preschool, and then as they got into the youth groups through USY and camp, they would share songs that they had learned that were Shabbat related, and a lot of them had motions and
I think that one of the things that makes Shabbat special is that we set aside time just for sitting and doing things around the table. Nobody's running off to watch a show or go to the movies or go out. That at least this time, this set time, becomes a very sacred, very special time for the family. And so any of those games that you can come up with are really wonderful for making this a very special time at the table.
I also wanted to mention that there are a lot of things you can do leading up to Shabbat. You can make a menu together as a family. You could go grocery shopping as a family, and even cook as a family. You could decorate the table, have the children bring home things from nursery school, or once they get older, we can decorate it with more mature items. So it's not just sitting at the table, but it's the preparation for Shabbat, which can be very exciting for families.
So I think we're ready now for Birkat HaMazon. When we're ready to finish the meal, the last part of the Seder Shabbat, the order of the Shabbat rituals, is Birkat HaMazon, where we thank God for the food that we have eaten, and we recognize and appreciate all that we have. And we start with Shir HaMa'alot, and then we'll do, if it's all right with everyone around the table, we'll do the abbreviated form of the blessings after the meal.
Okay.
Well, that was a delicious dinner, Lori.
Thank
Glad you
love what
enjoyed
you
it.
made.
cleaned my plate.
You cleaned your, look at this, we all cleaned our plates, that's a good sign. And I think that, I know that the children are getting a little restless, so maybe we should say Birkat HaMazon, the grace after meals, and we're gonna do the shorter version, which is again in the booklets that we distribute from the Gift of Shabbat class. And we have also, that shorter version is in the B'Kol Echad, which we also have at the synagogue, and those are also easily available for purchase. So let's start with Shir HaMa'alot, which is the psalm that we sing before Birkat HaMazon on Shabbat and festivals, and then we'll do the brachot, okay? Shir HaMa'alot B'Shuv Adonai, Et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kechomim, Az Yemale Tzchokinu Ushonenu Rina, Az Yomru V'Agoyim Higdil Adonai La'asot Imela, Higdil Adonai La'asot Imanu, Hayinu Zemechin, Shuva Adonai Shiviteinu Ka'afikim Ba'negev, Azorim Vedima Berinayi
Adonai Nivarach Me'ata V'ad Olam Birshut Chaverai Nivarech Shechanu Mishelo
Baruch Shechanu Mishelo U'B'tuvo Chayinu
Baruch Shechanu Mishelo U'B'tuvo Chayinu
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hazan et haolam kulo b'tuvo B'chein b'chesed u'rachamim Hu noten lechem lechol basar Ki le'olam chasto U'b'tuvo agadol Tamid lo chasar lanu V'yasar lanu mazon Le'olam va'ed ba'avur shemo hagadol Ki hu elzanu farnes la'kol U'metiv la'kol U'mechin mazon Lechol b'riotav Asher bara